Hey everybody, welcome back here. So I'm going to give you guys an informative step-by-step guide on how I submit things to PSA for grading. This is going to help out a lot of people because I feel like this answer isn't really given. It's given relatively clear on the website, but it's hard to actually apply it to what it is you're doing here. So let's pretend that I'm going to submit this Metal Pikachu, which granted I might even actually do that at some point here. It's a pretty cool card, but here, so let's pretend I got the one here. So you're gonna go to PSA and you're gonna submit a submission, and if you do the simplified step-by-step submission thing, it should give you a pretty relatively straightforward answer on how to get your submission done. I'm going to pick what level service level you want. It's going to be the bulk one, you got an economy one, you got whatever. Basically, more money you spend, the faster you get it. And supposedly, the more money you spend, the better grade you get. But I haven't had that luck. I've actually had pretty good luck with doing the basic ones here. But cool. So you go ahead and submit that, and then they'll email you pretty much right away with a submission email saying, hey, here's your submission, and then here's your shipping label and your packing label. So you're gonna need a printer, and I usually go to FedEx and just spend $10 and get this stuff printed off. It's just much easier that way for me, but we'll have to get a printer at some point here. So you're gonna get your submission form, and there's a PSA copy up at the top here. It's gonna be copy 1 and 2. Those two are gonna both go with you into the with the card into the label here. But down here, if you have more than one card, it's gonna have them listed in order, and you're gonna make sure that you get your cards in the correct order that are listed. So this one here is my Reshiram Special Illustration Rare from the White Flare set, and then the Obsidian Flame Charizard. And you make sure you put them, like if you pull them out, whether front or back, that when they flip them over this way, that they see the Reshiram first and then the Charizard. But I always end up going ahead and just grabbing some packing foam here from my most recent returns from PSA, but you can get these at USPS or FedEx for like $1.50 a roll. It's pretty cheap. And then as you just kind of find a middle spot, give it about 1.5 inch overlap, give it a couple folds, make sure it stays even. Cool. And then I'd cut it right here. I'm not going to actually cut it because I'm going to save this stuff for later, but I do that, fold it over like this, fold it over like that, sorry, and then give it some nice tape right around that. And then go ahead, and I usually throw it in the old PSA box, but you can use an old Kleenex box. You can use pretty much anything that's hard cardboard, but go ahead and shove that in there and kind of give it a shake. Be honest with yourself, because if they get damaged, it's on you and they can't do anything about it. But take your PSA copy of these and then just shove it in there with the cards, tape it up, and then whenever you get the shipping label, it's going to come up with a little barcode that's going to go on the outside of the box here. This is returned from PSA here, so this one's not the correct one, but you can print that label off. It's going to be the very first page. It's going to have a pair of scissors on it, even with only a barcode. If you go to FedEx and ship your stuff off, they usually give you a free plastic bag that lets you protect it from the elements and whatnot. Put the label on the outside of that, and it specifically says you're not allowed to cover the barcode with tape, but I cover it with tape every time, and I've never had an issue because I like covering it with tape in case it gets wet somehow, you know. But they get the plastic bags, and then you should be able to pull up your shipping label from PSA on your Gmail, and then it creates the shipping label right there. You'll get a charge on your card right about then, knowing that the shipping has been paid for. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then give it 3 or 5 days and you'll be able to see your cards on PSA and track the progress from there. If anybody else has any questions, let me know. I've done it quite a few times.